let me give you an example. There's a certain fairly prominent senior, or I'll call him a leader, used to run an institution. And when I joined the newsroom, his press conferences would always be on a Sunday before the 1 o'clock news. Why he chose a Sunday is because he always knew he'd get coverage. But more than that, he would pay people to go and cover him. So there was a time I was sent as a cub reporter to go there. And then nikaona a fairly senior reporter from my newsroom who was off duty that day. Ametokea. So nashanga, na hii si story kubwa. Like, we know what he's saying is, hey, boss, before you know it, okay. Watu wa group fulani ni wangapi? You know? And that's how it would happen. Obviously, what changed the amounts was the 2007 election. Wow. Those were in envelopes. Those were books that guys were getting.
Okay. So hii time ya kwanza ukienda ilikuwa thauka ngapi?
Si unajua ni 1,000, 1,200.
Okay.
So me, I'm there with my USIU ethics and I'm scandalized.
Shindwa ni gani hizi?
Ni gani hizi bana we? So nimempea nini dere. Another time I'll tell you, another time wacha niseme hii ni kitabu.
Ni ya kitabu. Ni ya kitabu. Ikani ya kitabu ni poa.
But suffice to say that kuna mtu alijaribu, mtu senior sana, alinipatia pesa, and I had told his PA when we are going in there, and God is my witness, and I also have other witnesses. When we are going in there, we are not going in there for bribes or what have you. Us guys are doing our jobs. At times, me and Moha, and we are very senior. Like, it's not the sort of thing that you'd expect that Nini has to do. But this guy is also a senior guy, so I think he was so used to doing it. So he was like, John, thank you very much. And then he goes into his drawer and removes a big amount of cash.
Kitu kangapi? So hivi?
Kaso mbili hivi.
Okay.
Just for an interview. And I was like, you don't want to embarrass the guy. Like, it was such a weird, awkward situation because he's a very senior guy. You don't want to embarrass the guy, but at the same time, you're like, okay, what do we do?
By senior ni cabinet secretary ama ni?
Let's just put it that senior. If I said his name, not just everyone would know who it was. And if I even guessed by doing something, everyone would know who it was. He was very, very senior. So I after he leaves the office, I call his PA and we're going down in the lift. Nani limsomea. I'm like, you guys, what is this?
Okay. So you had to take the money?
I had to take the money. I had to take it just so that he can feel like I'm not being rude
you want to
or
go and
whatever.
report.
Because, these are very, I say senior both in terms of, is
rank, and
but also he's older than me, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So you don't want to be disrespectful, and I wish I had been a bit more disrespectful. So tukaingia lift, and and
so when Moha,
me, Moha, Sam, Kasim, tulikuwa lift moja na yeye.
So ni bahasha moja ama kila mtu ampatia bahasha? No,
ilikuwa ni bahasha moja.
Okay. So
and I don't know why he chose to give it to me. Like, I was like, why me?
You're the chosen.
So anyway, nikamwambia PA, bro, we talked about this. This is a sensitive story. And generally speaking, this is our integrity. So we don't do this. Please take this money back and tell him, pole. Sikuchuna hata moja. Me, I looked, I saw like the size of the amount and knew what it was.
Hafu nataka nikuulize, was the story going to paint him in a negative way? Ama he just felt like, these people just need to be paid?
It was more like he felt like that way. And you see, that's the thing. It's also a political culture, but it's also a culture in the private sector. I can't tell you how many people have come to me and asked me, okay, we'd like for you to investigate this story. I'm like, okay, so what do you need? I'm like, you just give me the information that you have. And they're like, we can also facilitate. Well, I'm like, no, just give me the information that you have. It's our job to do this.
Yeah.
So like, especially now when I join Africa Uncensored, like a lot of the times that I've been approached in that way, like, do this story. I'm like, it's a newsworthy story anyway.
Yeah.
You wouldn't need to pay me. And even if you wanted to pay me, I wouldn't accept it. And this culture of you paying guys is the reason why your stories never get picked up. One final story on that. The wife of a very senior politician.
Kabla utoke kwa one final, wacha nikupatie kitu moja. So you know who benefited when you returned the money?
Of course.
Hakurudisha.
I'm sure hakurudisha. He was like, I'll do it. So even had a tear in his eye.
And you see? So
but as God is my witness, that is what happened.
But niko sure, yes, ali kuprovia someone can actually eat ethics.
Exactly.